What's up, guys? Today we're going to take it back and help you to connect more to your hips, creating more space within your hip capsule so that you can feel better when you sit down all day, so you can feel better and perform better when you train. Here we go, run this back 2 to 3 times, and let's get better hips. So we're going to start in a push-up position here to start. You're going to bring your left knee up, and then the further your heel is up towards this hand, the more stretch you're going to get. So the more flexible you are, bring this foot on up further. Now, from here, what I want you to do is lift your hands up, try to bring your chest out and over. We're not going to collapse down all the way. I want you to stay tall and almost act like you're bringing your pelvis to the back of the room, driving your hips up, sink down into the stretch. Then I want you to pull yourself up so you're activating by pressing the knee down. And then you can use your hands if you need to, but you're going to reach that leg back and sink back down. You've got 5 reps. Sink down, drive up. As you get better at this, you'll be able to lift your hands up off the ground. Maybe right now you're just right here and you're allowing them to basically take weight from your body, off of the leg, so that you can maybe feel it just a little bit better. You should be feeling that back hip, or this left hip, my front hip, basically in the back of your hip, contract as you drive up. And then as you reach down, it's going to stretch. Last one. Good. You can obviously make that harder by holding a weight, by alternating legs. Again, opposite knee up, pull that heel up in front, sink yourself down, stretch this back hip, shoulders stay back, push it into the ground. I'm contracting it, it's getting shorter, and then I reach back, it lengthens. One more. Good, now back to the left leg. We're gonna go 90-90, so it's a little bit easier position to get into for most of us. And you can post up on the outside. Actually give me shin box, so close it off a little bit so our angles aren't out wide. They're gonna be in tight, just like so. Now what I wanna do is lean forward. You use your hands for this. You can also sit up close to a couch. And what we're gonna do is drive ourselves up, but then I want to hold. And we're going to sink, so we drive ourselves up, then sink your butt about halfway down, close to the bottom, but still where you have space underneath the hip, so we're not on the ground. So you come all the way up, and then you're going to sink down, putting this glute on stretch. Chest is forward, so it's a hinging pattern here, and then you're squeezing this knee, pushing it into the ground so I can come back up if I need to, but I'm just constant tension. ISO hold. We're going to go for 20 seconds each side. Let's start with this left side. Ready, ready. Sink forward. Drive down, about halfway down, and go. I'm actively thinking about squeezing this glute through this whole time. Pushing my knee into the ground, pushing my shin into the ground, my ankle into the ground. 10, 9, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Good. Other side. Ooh. If you don't feel that in your glute and you feel it in your knee, we need to continue to practice that first one, continue to increase our flexibility, and then we'll work to increase our strength. So we're up tall, halfway down. So butt goes back. It's not straight down. I want butt back, chest comes down. Don't try to stay up tall. Bring your chest down. That shifts it back to the glutes, and go. Push the knee, push the shin, push the foot into the ground. You could almost bob up and down, but I want you to hold it, stay in position. Ten. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Now back to the pigeon. We're going to hold each one for 1 minute. So what I want you to do, you can sit down here, but then what I want you to do is try to come up and over top. So where this would be 90, I want more of a pigeon stretch. And we're gonna hold each one for 1 minute apiece. 1 minute apiece. To deepen the stretch, don't collapse yourself over top. Don't be lazy. This is too easy. Everything's compensating to allow me to get into this position. Stick your pelvis back, almost trying to rotate your butt up in the air and back towards the back of the room. And act like you have a string attached to your belly button pulling you forward. That's going to help. With each breath that I take, I actively think of filling up my back hip. And then when I exhale, I can sink down into the stretch just a little bit deeper. 10 seconds. Good, switch sides. I'm up in the pigeon. Try to slow your breathing down. Nice, long, deep breaths. 15 seconds. Time. All right, those 3 movements, I want you to run back 2 more times. See on the next round that you can sink deeper into the movements, that you can connect better to the hips and the glutes and all of those musculature and the tissues around the hips, so that we can end up connecting to and feeling better while we have to sit down throughout the day or whether we have to go train and squat. All right, guys, keep being efficient, keep on moving. Have a great day.